Hello, I'm at the National Braille Music Camp. This is our 38th camp. We started back in 1986 because the blind children, instead of going to their different boarding schools and schools for the blind in the different capitals, they were all integrated into the usual school. And that meant they didn't have the music teachers, the blind music teachers in those schools. They were out there, and unless the parent was musical, the kid didn't get their music training. And we thought that was terribly important to the blind. And so I said, well, let's have a music camp. And I was teaching here at Frensham, which is a boarding school, and all I had to do was to come in and go down to the headmistress and say, Cynthia, can I run a music camp next holidays when the girls have left? And she said yes, and Cynthia was so supportive right until the day she died. So there we've been coming here for these 38 years. So of course, when we started off, we had a bunch of adult blind people who did all the teaching, because of course they were wonderful musicians and they knew all about it, and it was much better for the children to have a blind teacher. It was a wonderful role model for them. Those people have either died or got too old. Most of them have died. But the campers, the early campers, have grown up, become wonderful musicians, and they are doing the teaching for us. They are running the music camp, which is great. So at the moment, we've got them singing their parts, and the sopranos, the altos and the basses. They're all in different rooms with a blind teacher in front of each one of them. They've all got a Braille copy on their lap of the music that they're singing. And in a moment, they're all going to converge and go into one room and have a big choir practice. Then when that's over, I don't know how many, 10, 12 of them are going to go into another hall, and they're going to form a jazz group. There they are. They've got all their drums and their instruments, their saxophones and a clarinet, and they're going to play as a jazz group. Earlier on after lunch this afternoon, there was a little orchestra. I haven't worked out how many are in that yet, but I think there's a cello. Oh no, that would be a sighted teacher, and a violin and clarinet and a flute. And so we've got a little orchestra. So yes, lots of things going on. We're having a lot of fun. But we've got to get them here. They come from all over Australia. And now if you live in Darwin, which one of our pupils does, it's a lot of money to us to fly in from Darwin. And so I pay the airfares. And we charge as little as possible so that it's available for every child, regardless of the economic situation of their family. And so we need help. And so I'm Roma Dix at gmail.com, and I'd love to have some help. Thank you so much.